mean, look, Teo is an elite fighter. He made him look very, very average in there. He won every round. The footwork, the punch selection, absolutely everything. I mean, he's a 4-division world.
I had no strategy. And guys, humor me for a second here. I think it'll be interesting that, like you said, tactics. I want to talk about strategy. And I want to use chess to explain it, okay? There's a difference between strategy and tactics.
Second round, it was over. I went back to my corner. I told him, I said, I'm stronger than he is. And when I seen that, it just gave me more confidence. And
Boxing veterans criticized Teofimo Lopez after his loud robbery claims. Teofimo kept saying the judges and referee were against him and that the fight was taken away, but anyone who watched it live saw what really happened. Shakur ran the fight from start to end. Every round hurt him in exchanges and revealed all his flaws. Teofimo excuses only made him appear shaken, exposed, and unable to accept defeat. Fans and analysts openly mocked his non-stop efforts to defend a showing where he was clearly outmatched the whole fight.
I really fancied he'd win the fight, and I was very convinced. But Teo, like I said, he's a great fighter, and it's just the way that he did it, the ease. You know, he's going into the 12th round and said to Bud, he could do 40 rounds. You know, like that's what you get with dedication and the work ethic that Shakur.
Chill Shannon criticized Teofimo Lopez's fight approach. Teofimo spent most of the bout moving backward, trying to stay away and escape Shakur power. Each time he tried to come forward, it went wrong, leaving him open and off balance. He failed to deal with the pressure and kept pulling back while blaming every missed shot. Fans and boxing experts saw him fall apart, showing that his robbery talk was just a weak excuse for being totally outmatched.
He was running away. He was trying to get distance. Then he was trying to step in to win this athletic competition, and then he's trying to get out of the way so that he doesn't get hurt again. I mean, he was fighting. Then it turns to where he can't stay away anymore, so now he's got to go.
Ipo made it very clear that Teofimo Lopez was clearly outmatched. Teofimo came into the ring looking confident, but every action was answered with sharp, clean counters from Shakur Stevenson. What he described as a plan looked more like confusion, with very few punches landing. Fans and boxing experts watched him break down round by round, and his later excuses about timing or past opponents only made the loss feel even more humiliating.
That boy is brilliant. Understand who he beat. He beat Teofimo Lopez, who, yes, has had his issues. I think we see that against Cambosos and to an extent against Sandor Martin. But Teofimo Lopez was recognized by everyone as the best 140-pounder. Shakur Stevenson, in his first fight in the division, has gone to fight the best, and it's a shutout. It's a shutout. There wasn't a mark on him. Like, Teo barely landed a glove.
Max Kellerman speaks openly as he breaks down Teofimo Lopez's total lack of a real plan. Every move Teofimo attempted was easy to read, messy, and quickly answered by Shakur Stevenson. He failed to control the middle of the ring and stayed vulnerable round after round. His claimed tactics looked more like panic than planning and gave viewers a clear reminder that excuses never win fights.
There's a difference between strategy and tactics, okay? Let's start with chess. In chess, in the opening of the game, you must control the center of the board. Right. Okay. Like if you place a knight in the center, it can hit 8 squares. In the corner, it can hit 2. But you have to control. You have to fight for control of the center because strategically, that's your strategy. Fight for control of the center, control the board. Now, tactics are like punches. Okay. Yes. Tactics are: I do this, he does this. I do this, he does this. I land a punch. I win a piece. Okay.
Shakur responded without holding back, calling out Teofimo excuses as pure distraction. All the leaked audio and talk about referees or fixed fights failed to change the truth that Teofimo's best effort was not enough. Round by round, Shakur stayed in full control, making it obvious to fans and experts watching. Teofimo attempted to change the narrative, but the reality was clear: he was broken down, and no amount of complaining will ever erase that.
The beef is over. The beef is over.
We squashed it.
We squashed it.
Okay, man. God damn, so we done. But it was a hell of a night. Teo, he came and tried to do his best, but his best wasn't enough.
The Wade concept explained it in a harsh and honest way. Teofimo could not find even one clear path to reach Shakur. Every move he tried was stopped, read early, or shut down. The jab-controlled space closed the ring, and his footwork fell apart. Instead of moving with purpose, he kept stepping into Shakur's setup. It was an orthodox versus southpaw lesson, and Teofimo looked completely confused, proving his claimed game plan did not exist. Fans saw the panic, experts saw the skill gap, and Teofimo's excuses were far from enough to hide this embarrassing performance.
He was having real trouble getting to Shakur Stevenson. He could not get past the lead hand. The jab was stifling him. He was having trouble cutting the ring. He was having trouble getting to the outside foot. This was an orthodox southpaw matchup where Teofimo needed to step to his left to try to push the lead hand away or at least get head off center line if he wanted to throw his right hand. Instead, he was doing the opposite, and Shakur...
Keshan Davis could not hide his shock backstage. Teofimo was being broken down like a beginner. Every round was under control. Every punch was read early, and every effort to respond failed badly. This was not a close fight at all. It was a clear display of Shakur's skill and Teofimo's inability to adjust. While Teofimo complained about judges and unfair decisions, fans and experts witnessed a total domination. The truth is he was exposed, and calling it a robbery only makes him look worse to everyone watching. Shakur did not just win, he embarrassed him. Now the boxing world is focused on what comes next, and Teofimo's excuses are already being forgotten.
The excuses in the dust.
Bro, I'm just going crazy. Like, oh, he beat the law. It's easy work. Like, he's beating Tio up. Like, it's not even a close fight. You know what I'm saying? So, I was just happy for him. Super happy for him.
And he called out Conor Ben. You guys both trying to maybe co-main and main event in the UK with all these UK guys?
Hey, man, how big this event was, bro. Like, I ain't tripping. Let's do it.
Aula says it's straight Teofimo's strength did not help him at all. Shakur controlled him every step, outboxing him forwards and backwards, while landing sharp, clean punches as Teofimo stumbled. Shakur combinations, counters, and smart moves made Teofimo attempts look unprofessional. This was more than a loss, it was a total breakdown. Every plan Teofimo had failed, leaving him open and giving critics even more reason to doubt if he can compete at the highest level.
He was a big, strong guy, and Shakur just bullied him. Outboxed him on the back foot, outboxed him on the front foot. Every time Tio came in and kind of tripped himself, going over his front foot, the punches and bunches and just the single shots were just beautiful from Shakur Stevenson.
Timothy Bradley Jr. made it clear. Shakur timing and accuracy left Teofimo struggling. Every attempt to attack was quickly answered, leaving him open and frustrated. He could not outthink, move around, or land clean shots. Shakur set the pace, forcing Teofimo into panic every round. Fans and experts watched as his excuses about judges or referees fell apart. The idea of a robbery could not survive this level of control, making it obvious who really ran the ring.
Power, Shakur hits hard enough. You don't. But if he stayed consistent on Tio's ass, because what we say, Tio, right? We gonna make him answer some questions. Right? That's what we gonna do. Shakur gonna make him ask some questions. Like, he gonna have to answer quickly because he can't outthink Shakur. Right? Yeah. Out of position. Bam. Got catch. Shoot his jab. Bam. Got hit again. Right hand. Bam. Everything he did, he got countered. Everything he did, he got countered.
Bullmac pointed out Shakur's mental edge, and it was harsh for Teofimo. Shakur's boxing intelligence was far beyond anyone else. Once he set his focus, there was no avoiding his plan. Teofimo's claims of unfair treatment fell apart under Shakur's skill. This was more than a physical defeat. It was like a chess game where Teofimo was outsmarted at every move. Experts keep saying that even the best excuses cannot hide being fully outclassed by someone performing on a whole different level.
You future guys, young guys and amateurs just turning pro, watch that, man. That was beautiful. You heard his father say in the corner, what happened to your fast hands? That shit didn't work, man.
Claressa Shields was clearly impressed by Shakur's skill, and it made Teofimo's failure even more obvious. His jab bodywork and smart tactics destroyed any sign of a close fight. Teofimo looked confused, could not adapt, and barely landed anything. While he ranted about robbery and referee bias, the fight showed the truth. He was controlled from beginning to end. Fans saw Shakur command the ring, leaving Teofimo complaints empty and desperate.
Me, I know boxing. and like I told y'all, we was going to see a little bit of athleticism, but we was going to see Shakur be using his jab, going to the body. And we saw blood today. Shakur did great today. Only thing I can ask for is stoppage. I can't ask for nothing else.
Daniel Jacobs made it clear. Shakur put on a masterclass, and Teofimo's excuses do not change the facts. Every jab and combination showed the difference in skill, planning, and execution. Teofimo's courage meant nothing against Shakur's superior ability. It was not even close. This was a lesson in precision and control. Fans and critics cannot take Teofimo robbery claims seriously. He was not robbed, he was simply outmatched in every way. Tonight the boxing world saw the clear difference between hype and reality.
Teofimo is my guy, but I've always been a fan of Shakur. And I think that Shakur put on a clinic tonight. Least amount of risk. Been able to put his skill set into fruition all night. The jab was leading. You can tell the difference in skill set, and that was the difference to me that made the fight. It wasn't about grit, it wasn't about heart, it was about sheer talent. And Shakur displayed that.
Eddie Hearn put it perfectly. Shakur did more than win, he dominated. His punches landed hard, his jab was precise, and his movement made Teofimo look like he was always behind. Timing, conditioning, and smarts came together in a way Teofimo could not handle. While Teofimo blames judges or referees, the fight clearly shows the truth. Shakur controlled every moment, every angle, and every exchange. It was not just physical, it was a mental takeover. Fans and analysts saw Teofimo struggling, outmatched, and making excuses. Tonight Shakur showed why he is a complete fighter, while Teofimo claims of being robbed only prove he could not handle someone clearly better.
Shakur looked strong, you know, Shakur looked like he was punching very hard. His jab was on point, his footwork was incredible, it's his timing, it's his fitness. He's a complete...
Coach Wallaley's excitement is easy to feel because this was more than a win, it was a statement. Shakur proved his greatness with no doubt. Every jab, counter, and move showed a fighter fully in control. Teofimo looked confused and frustrated, and his claims of being robbed or facing bad refereeing fall apart when you see Shakur ring IQ and precision. This was not luck, it was skill and preparation in action. Teofimo might talk about power and tactics, but Coach Wallaley made it clear he was outclassed in every way, outworked, and mentally beaten, making his complaints weak against Shakur clear dominance.
Oh man, I'm very excited. You know, I said this was another legacy fight for him, and
Absolutely.
he got a chance to, you know, establish his legacy once again, winning another title at 140 pounds. So I'm very enthusiastic about his future and very proud of his performance.
Bruce Carrington explained it clearly. Shakur made everything look simple, and Teofimo's failure to hold position or adjust was obvious. Every time he tried to attack, he left himself open, overcommit at the wrong moment, and fell into easy-to-read patterns. Shakur quick counters turned Teofimo attempts into chances to dominate. Fans could see how out of control Teofimo was. His complaints about referees or robbery meant nothing against Shakur's skill. From the first round it was clear who ran the fight. Teofimo's poor execution and inability to adapt made him an easy target, and Carrington analysis highlighted just how embarrassing his performance was.
And he made it easy. You know, I was saying, like, if Teo was to fight more on a back foot and throw punches when Shakur throws, that's the only time you're going to get Shakur. But Teo, he has a habit of getting out of position all the time. He'll double up his right hand, turn square, or turn southpaw. Like, that's not going to work, bro. That's not going to, you're not going to take up enough space to touch Shakur. And Shakur's reflexes just, and his countering was just keeping Teo at bay. It was an easy night from round one for him. Shakur got the dub.
Teofimo Sr. tried to defend his son, but only made the embarrassment worse. He admitted that Teofimo did not follow the plan, lost his rhythm, and could not stop Shakur from doing what he does best. Every fan watching saw the truth. His best effort was torn apart round after round. Experts and pros on the network had no choice but to show how outclassed Teofimo was. Shakur was not just winning, he was teaching a lesson to a former champion, leaving no room for excuses. Teofimo father's words only highlight the frustration of watching a fighter who once had hype completely powerless and dominated in front of everyone.
His rhythm was supposed to be different, where we were supposed to stop Shakur from doing whatever Shakur does best, you know what I'm saying? Congratulations to him for winning, you know what I'm saying? But that was not my son in there, you know. I think probably the networks and...
Teofimo Sr. looked shocked, and honestly so did everyone else. The power, precision, and skill Teofimo was expected to show were nowhere in sight. Every plan and strategy he and his team made fell apart under Shakur's relentless attack. The fight clearly shows the truth. Teofimo did not have what it took to compete. His father's disbelief only shows how big the failure was. While he searches for excuses in timing, referees, or other reasons, the reality is simple. Shakur dominance left Teofimo powerless, struggling, and humiliated. Fans, experts, and pros all watched as the supposed star was completely outmatched, exposing the clear gap between hype and reality.
It just looked like all his powers were not there. Like everything was like that we planned, everything that he did in sparring, everything that we planned to do was not there. His power was not there. I was in shock, man.
After watching Shakur break down Teofimo step by step, it's clear this was more than a win, it was a masterclass. Every jab, counter, and movement was sharp, precise, and relentless. Teofimo excuses about being robbed or blaming referees mean nothing when you see how outmatched he was. Fans and experts agree his mental game fell apart before the fight even ended. Shakur didn't just dominate physically, he controlled the ring strategically, proving he is one of the smartest and most complete fighters in the division. If Teofimo wants a comeback, he needs to stop complaining, fix his game, and show he can compete with the best. So who do you support, Shakur brilliance or think Teofimo can pull off a shock next time? Share your thoughts in the comments.